My love. I could smell you in the air.
Bye.
I know it.
Aw.
But you walk. I'm gonna have to hang some bells on you.
Really?
And I still think you'd
Really?
sneak up on me.
Maybe.
But what sin is that?
To keep the romance alive, I probably would. I would still skulk around like a creep.
Oh
Definitely.
my goodness.
I could see myself doing that.
I like your style.
Yeah. You gotta keep the sparks flying.
You gotta keep
You know?
sparks flying and the stars are shining.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Sneaking through
You
windows.
gotta keep some beauty in this world.
Sneaking through windows.
Sneaking through windows, sneaking through vents,
Sniffing your
sneaking
pants.
sneaking up through the house, and
Sniffing your pants. Sniffing the armpits of your shirt.
and you know
Sniffing
what?
everything.
And even if you do get caught, it wouldn't even matter. They'd be like, wow.
I'm not hurting anyone. No.
They'd be like, wow.
No.
I love your dedication.
Not stealing any food. Not
I know,
stealing
but
anything.
you smooth though,
Yeah.
you know. But you ain't doing nothing wrong, so I ain't
Yeah.
mad at you.
Oh no, I don't do that. No. Those are really nice. Look at those shades. Those are
Well,
so nice.
what breaks my heart, since I'm almost blind,
Aww.
I put on
That's
the.
fine. I'm gonna be right there with you.
Now I can see
Yeah.
you. Okay. Now I have this thing. I don't know if you heard about it or not, but you know I've been trying to work on this thing. The topic is items of interest, poems, and propaganda.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard about it?
Yeah. Yes, I have.
Oh yeah.
I suffer from amnesia occasionally.
Oh.
It's probably all of the roofs I've fallen off of during the time
You do
I've
roof
lived in
work?
this world. No, it's part of me just being a creep.
Just
Just being a creep. Sometimes you have to go through the chimney.
Hell yeah.
I've fallen off of houses and I have amnesia. It's really bad. It's aggressive.
Oh,
It's
man.
really aggressive.
But you're good at what you do, but you suffer some injuries.
Yes, I was almost sent to an institution because of it.
Huh? I'm so sorry to hear that.
They said you can't function in society, basically. It's awful.
Did you tell them to go fuck themselves?
Yeah,
Alright.
I did. In the
That's
sweetest
why you're good at
way
what you do.
I could. I almost made them cry, and they let me go. Yeah. I have the power to do that.
Well, let me hit you with a dig. The behavior of basking sharks. The world's second largest shark.
Ooh.
33 feet long.
Ooh.
They breed in the Scottish waters.
In the Scottish waters.
Isn't that cool? Have you ever heard of the...
What are they doing
I
there?
have heard of them, but
What are they doing in Scotland?
They go to the Scottish water. It's not where they eat.
Yeah.
So, you know, they migrate, but whenever they're ready to fuck,
Mm-hmm.
they go to the Scottish waters. I want to know
Oh
what's in
my.
them Scottish waters.
I want to know too.
Because they know something
Yeah.
sexy.
Yeah. Isn't it in
But-
isn't it in Norway? They
They
have
have-
the crabs, the
Oh
red
my God.
crabs. And
And when I saw that, you see all those big crabs?
yeah, and I'm not
I
talking.
mean,
Yeah.
they want you to eat them because there's so many.
Yeah.
I said, send me up there.
But you know what I said?
Send me up there and I'll extinct
But you know what
them
I told them?
motherfuckers.
I told them put your pants back on.
You-
That's what
you
I
remember
told
we
them.
saw the footage
Yeah,
when
it
they
was
put
bad.
that camera down there, and it was like they actually want people to eat more crab because it is huge. I said,
Huge
it just said,
infestation.
I said, sign me up.
Yeah.
Put me on a scuba gear. I'll
It's
go
just
down there and I'll be grabbing them and
orgies
I'll.
of just-
Dude, and
it's
I'm a
bad.
crab machine. I'll eat crab all day long.
It's just orgies.
Dude,
just
by the time I'm done with them, they'll be like, you can't eat any more crab. You're killing them all.
sheer debauchery. It's
Pure
awful.
debauchery.
It's just bad. It's really bad.
Oh, dude, I can't even think about that because when I heard about this overpopulation of these, I was like, give me a ticket.
I thought lice was bad. I thought lice was bad until you mentioned those crabs.
Oh man, I said I would devour every
Yeah.
one of them sons of bitches.
Wow.
Oh. I forgot to ask you how was your week? How you been?
It's
You know,
good.
I'm sorry.
For the most part, it has been great. It's just all week. It's been pretty good. Yesterday, to be honest with you, I was a little downcast.
Oh yeah.
Just a little downcast,
little
yeah.
downcast.
Do you ever just have a day like that where, I think what happens is you think to yourself, wow, there were so many other things I wanted to do right now, but I kind of dedicated most of my time into one thing when I wanted to do more than just that one thing. You know what I'm saying? You have that kind of mindset where there's so many other things you want to do just in one day, but you only really focused on one thing and you feel like you kind of cheated yourself out of other
Yeah.
work or, whatever. I kind of did. I think I kind of cheated myself in a few ways. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't really a bad thing. It's just that I dedicated too much time to one endeavor, and I thought, well, I could have broken this up a bit. I could have, mixed it up here and there. I didn't have to
Well,
spend so much time.
the only problem is
One area.
it's in the past, so
Hmm.
there's really nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it now.
But
I'm just saying I was kind of downcast yesterday, but all
you
week it's
shouldn't
good.
worry about it. You should just learn from it. And be like,
Yeah.
well, I won't do that again.
That's pretty much
But-
what I came away with.
But what that means is, since you won't do that again, then you'll just find a better way of doing it.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just the only way.
it doesn't bother me now. I mean, it didn't even bother me then. I was just kind of going through the motions. I thought, well, I just did that.
I just,
This
yeah.
day could have actually been better.
I just figured out day by day. I don't think about. Well, I think about the future in some
Yeah.
ways, but I don't. I just stick to a routine day by day. And
It's good to have one. good to
but
have a
you
good
know,
routine.
I do think about the future, but I don't really rely on it because it could change at any moment. I mean, you never. I mean, within a
Then you could fall flat on your face.
you have no idea. Within a second, who knows? Something could fall from the sky.
You make
and,
all these
like
plans
a fucking
and then-
plane could just crash, and you don't know. Chaos can happen at any second.
You make all these plans
But
and then it falls
I
through.
just and I just work with what I
Yeah.
have. But I mean, life is wild like that, and that's why I love it. That's my style, man. I love the danger.
Yeah.
I love danger. I do. I'm sorry.
I do too.
I
No, I
love
can-
to live dangerously.
I can relate to that. I think that's the reason why I have a propensity for adrenaline. Honestly.
Oh no, I
Yeah.
live off of it. I fucking live
And it's
off
also
of it.
genetic, so that doesn't help.
Okay, here's the thing. Banksy has bought a working refugee rescue boat and spray painted it bright pink. The ship, which has been named Louis Michel, of which was this French anarchist. What the fuck is Banksy out there doing? Painting boats and shit, man.
Yeah.
He's painting trains. That guy, you tell me
They're
one
so
guy,
fun,
you
though.
think one guy's actually doing all that?
It's hard to say. Or have they've taken the idea of one
I
guy.
actually think the artwork's incredible, but he's all over the world. How is one guy? I mean,
It could be someone like kind of got down his style
well,
and then
it
started
reminds
using
me
it.
of Shakespeare.
Maybe.
Shakespeare was not the only writer of all that.
Mhm.
He had ghostwriters.
Of course, yeah.
I'm just saying. You got anything?
Also, he was a Stoic.
Yeah.
Shakespeare was a
But
Stoic.
they worked
A lot
together.
of people don't know that.
But I mean, they worked as a team. You know, they would share everything. But yeah, you have people help you create great things.
Let's see. I want to talk about how. Have you completely changed your persona, Mister?
Me?
You? Yeah. You've completely changed your persona. David, you sound like a pimp. Yeah, you sound like a pimp. But you're not just any pimp. You're a pimp who has heart.
Oh my.
I heard you've been saving the big titty women out there. What is your message to the people about what you're doing? What are you doing out there? You've completely changed your persona. You seem like a pimp, but your heart's in the right place. What's going on? Mister, what's happening to you? You don't even want to go there.
No, like I said, I'm open to all questions. So let me process it real quick.
Hmm.
It's not just the big titted women, all right.
Okay. Okay.
Got my men out there too.
Yeah,
There's some guys out there,
Of course.
and I know who they are, and I know,
And they know who they are.
and those are my boys,
Mhm.
and we fight together. But when it comes to the ladies, you know, they've been in the game a lot longer than I have.
Mhm.
You know,
Would you say you
if
have
I
a?
think I got it rough, man, I don't know. But it's just the way I was raised is, you know, anyone older than you.
Of course.
You got to treat them with the utmost respect.
Yeah.
Listen to them. You can
Oh,
do
yes.
whatever they say. I just,
Of course.
because they're elders.
Oh yeah.
No matter what, and if you don't say, you know, yes sir, no man, I
Yes.
used to get smacked if I didn't say that. But it's
Yes.
true. But you have to listen to them, because they've been here longer than you.
Mhm.
What the fuck? Even though I think some of the shit they say is pretty stupid, I listen to them anyway because they deserve respect.
Mhm.
But yeah, but you got to take care of your elders.
Mhm.
Is a rule.
I agree with you.
And just because they got titties, that makes it 10 times better.
Would you
know
say?
what I'm saying?
Well, okay. Then would you say?
I'm just fucking with you.
Would you
No,
say that you
man,
have
I love
a?
them. No, it's just like you take care of. They're women. As the gentleman, you take care of
Mhm.
the lady.
And it's okay.
It's just I don't know. I guess I'm fucking retarded.
There's no right or wrong answer to what I'm about to ask you.
Oh shit.
There's no right or wrong answer, so whatever your answer may be is fine.
Okay.
You'll probably lie.
I will
However,
not. I dare
would you say that you have a sort of predilection towards women? Like maybe you favor them more as opposed to men? Maybe?
Well, the reason is,
Mm-hmm.
no, dude. Women give birth.
That's right.
Women,
They give life.
they're more important than a man to me, and as a man, and you got to take care of a man's supposed to protect the women.
Of course.
So why wouldn't you?
Yes.
I mean, it's just general rule.
Yes.
And that's why I don't like perverts. I don't
No,
like none of that
no,
shit.
no,
No,
no.
you take
No.
care of the women though.
Yeah.
You just do it.
Oh yeah.
I don't care, even if they're retarded.
And and that's the thing. People, okay, you know, men and women both tend to get frisky. However, it's so important within your life to get a handle on impulsivity, because sometimes you have this salacious idea and then you just start acting like a fool around women, and that's not the way to do it. That's just not the way to do it. You need to tone it down. You need to get that impulsivity under control. I've seen that, you know. You know what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Some men act like complete fools around women.
I
you know?
got, Telsa driver
Don't you
on
start.
autopilot
Don't
crashes
start.
into a police car while watching a film. Whatever happened to the couch you fucked as a child? Get over it.
Okay, before we get into the couch, fucking.
Hey, I answered your question. I got a question for you. What the fuck do you think about that shit? That's news.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Would you say that the couch fucking was an impulsive moment? Yeah.
It just felt right.
Yeah. Okay. But what's nice is you took it out
Go
on the
from
couch.
fucking, the fat chicks,
Yeah,
to
but
finding
you-
yourself,
Well,
and then
really.
ugly chicks, and then whatever kind of chicks. You just keep going, and keep going, and then you go into cultures, Asians,
Mhm.
Puerto Ricans,
Really.
Chinese chicks,
Yeah.
and then one day you run into a chick from Michigan,
Mhm.
and you bring her home to mama
Oh
and
my.
say, "I found the one."
Was it worth it? Do you think?
Yes, it was.
I'm glad.
I learned so much.
That's very good. I'm happy for
Because you know how long I had to travel just to come back right where I fucking came and then go to Michigan and come back where I came and say, I got the prize.
Oh, yeah.
What a journey, man. I'm telling
Do
you,
you
I
think
could
that-
tell you so many stories. But
Do you
I
think
don't
that
even,
little
there's not
smirk?
enough time
Do you
in the
think
day.
that little smirk I saw earlier was? Do you think it was related to what I said about how you have to get your impulsivity in check? Because you were once
You blew
impulsive.
my mind on that.
Maybe you were once
Yeah,
impulsive.
but if
like
I
that.
didn't get it out then, now I can live in my as I
Of
grow
course.
older as a man.
Mhm.
I don't have to. I didn't did everything. I'm just now just.
It's very important.
It's all just.
It's very important to
I
get
don't
that
know
out.
what the
Yep.
fuck it is, but I don't have no need to do
Yeah.
anything. But I can sit and think now.
So you never have to wonder about it because you've already done it. You've
Yeah,
already been there.
I've-
You've done that.
Oh
yeah.
man, I got so many stories.
I'm all for it.
But now I just like I really just like to sit around and try to. I like to be like a philosophy writer, I guess, and then a hardware store, hard labor. I like to be a slave,
Oh my god.
and it gets whipped, and I have to do everything. Yeah, that's
So
great.
this
too.
one, I've been hanging on to. To be quite frank with you, I've hung on to this for at least 2 weeks now.
You hiding shit. from
Yeah.
me, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Oh damn. All right,
And
give it to me.
this is a deep topic, and if you just want to write it off and treat me as a laughing stock, go right ahead, Mister. However, it says here. This is what I wrote. Do psychopathic people have emotions? What do you think? What motivates them? What motivates them?
Well,
Do they have emotions?
no.
Because
no,
people
no,
often-
now you're talking in my realm.
People often ask that.
I've studied psychology. I've been to college twice.
They ask
And
that question.
But something always happened. But
Mhm.
the psychopath. The thing about a psychopath is they're still studying is
Mhm.
it's a higher functioning brain.
Mhm.
But they don't know how. They can't even figure out how. So a psychopath is just about like schizophrenia.
Mhm.
They'll tell you you need drugs and all that, but the bare facts of the matter is
Mhm.
they can't understand it.
They don't know.
It's a higher functioning brain level, and
Mhm.
they are still trying to figure out how it works.
I agree with you.
But
yeah.
sometimes they want to say sometimes it's from early childhood things, but they
Mhm.
said sometimes it's just they think you're born that way.
I
They
can see
they
that.
think it's genetically passed down, and schizophrenia definitely. Psychopaths is schizophrenia is passed down through the genes, so it's some kind of.
You said everything I thought. Everything.
It's something in the genes.
Everything I suspected.
From wherever
Yeah.
it came from. So, but they cannot understand. They'll tell you they try to. Doctors will try to tell you, but they really, if you ask them, the bare brass of it is they don't know.
Yeah. Now, oftentimes you hear people
But
say.
they you know they're the cleverest people.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
They're
what
high
makes
functioning.
It scary. They high functioning.
They and some of them can get along with just about anyone.
I believe
Yeah.
they can be that way, but I think on top of that, if they have issues as a child, on top of that, being a psychopath, I think those childhood issues is what triggers it.
Yes.
Maybe, I think that has a lot to do with it, but I think you can be a psychopath and not be dangerous.
Of course. And they always have the worst case scenarios where they always place psychopaths in the worst case scenarios where they're these
I think you can be psychopathic and not be dangerous.
these murderous leaders.
I think
but
it'd be.
no.
I think the best way to say it is psychopathic.
Mhm.
But that doesn't mean you have to be dangerous.
No, not at all. No. And
But that is pretty much passed down through the genes.
Also-
so that means it comes from wherever.
it also doesn't mean that you are somehow deficient as a person, or you're somehow flawed, or you're somehow
No, you don't
there's
have
something
to
wrong
be.
with you. Yeah.
But you're just high functioning.
Yes. You can.
and that's fine, but
Mhm.
but if you understand not to hurt anyone, I mean,
Mhm.
but that's what I liked about how I was since I was born. I was taught how to fight and all, but I was always taught discipline.
Mhm.
Discipline is very important,
Oh yes.
and if you taught that from day one, you're good.
Indeed.
Cause like I would never,
Oh yeah.
but I would never harm anyone.
Mm-mm.
But as soon as
Me
something
neither.
comes at me and I'm in danger, yeah, you got another thing coming. But that's the rule.
Mhm.
Never harm anyone.
Oh yeah. Interesting study. Very interesting.
Anyway, what else?
All right.
You got anything?
I just did one. I just
Okay.
did one.
I got it.
I'm trying to be fair
I got
here.
a juicy one. How much time we got?
21, 28.
Alright, shit, I got a juicy one for you.
Okay.
An FBI agent alleged that Guan, Guan Li, a researcher at UCLA, destroyed and tried to discard a hard drive after being interviewed by investigators.
Mm.
He studied algorithms.
Algorithms.
So the enemy is on the inside. He was working for the FBI, little Chinese man.
Mhm.
He was in there fucking with those. And they walked in and said, "What are you doing?" He went, "Nothing." And
Oh my.
yeah, they got his ass.
They got him.
I got a poem for you.
Okay.
You just want to throw a poem, but I don't give a shit. We rocking and rolling.
Sure,
Since,
okay.
I don't know. I just wrote this
Yeah.
morning, so I mean, the early bird gets the worm. The road that goes nowhere yet has the best dreams. Can you save us from ourselves? Lending out our hearts for foolish pleasures, sometimes petty greed. It was some Saturday night and an 8-ball later. Sunday afternoon, pissing on the neighbor's loud-ass dog. You desire. It's time to change. Leave it all behind. Button-up shirt in the South, smiling, trying, only to wake up from this nightmare that has now become true 8 years later. My docile people, I tell you, it's going to be okay.
Oh yeah.
Nah. Fuck it.
That's interesting. Did you ever? We don't ever want to go back into this topic again of the time travel. We don't want to discuss that, folks. We don't know anything. We we are well informed. However, we don't have all the facts. What I will say, however, is I think sometimes you or I might feel like we are living a sort of nightmare. Uh, Sometimes life almost seems unreal.
I know. You know what would surprise you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it as a nightmare at all.
Mm-mm.
You know. I get so excited because I have horrible.
I do too.
I have horrible anxiety. Now that's where it
Mhm.
starts in the morning. But when I throw myself out in the world, I get so amped up off adrenaline from the anxiety that
Yeah.
I start just running.
Yeah.
And I just go. But it's fucking wild, man. But at the end of the day, you feel like a king. Like you did it.
Yeah.
You know,
Because
you did it. You said you couldn't do it.
You
and
went out there.
Your body's telling you not to do it, and you did it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You a fucking champ.
You went out there with one shoe on.
I don't give a fuck,
Your
man, but
shirt wasn't
when you
buttoned up
get, but I
entirely.
mean, it's stuff. But you just fucking like I just think of heavy metal all day. I get
yeah.
this music in my head.
Your
and I just run.
glasses were kind of askew. It was bad, but you proved to the world and most of all yourself that you could do it. You
But
could
like,
do
yeah,
that.
I have horrible anxiety, but I don't give a fuck.
That's when you feel almost like you have I would say it comes from pride. You have a greater control over your reality when you can accomplish what you thought you couldn't, right?
Oh man, that hurts.
Oh my. Uh-oh.
Oh no, that's fine.
Oh.
I mean.
Yeah, Sanford's been rather quiet this morning. He agreed to this.
Oh, did he now?
He's technically on a contract. He's still on a contract. However,
When's
he
the contract up though? Like, well, like when you signed the contract, what was the plan?
The contract is not up yet, and I want to say he's getting a little cocky right now because
See,
he
he's
thinks
getting famous. He gets a little bit of that fame in him. He's acting wild already,
it's
and he don't even know the business.
he's getting really salty these days.
So salty, you know.
Yeah.
That's why my blood pressure's going up because there's so much salt in this goddamn.
Yeah, you're just
thing.
living around
it.
it. You're living around it.
You're breathing it.
With him, and then coupled with me, you're just getting too much salt. It's just too much.
God, I don't know what to think about it.
Oh my. It's getting to be vicious in here. It's almost more vicious in here than it is out there. I'm starting to worry.
No, man.
I'm really starting to worry.
You haven't seen half the shit I say, man. These motherfuckers are retarded. I see some wild shit. I just and I can't stop laughing.
You know that video?
I'm sorry, but I can't stop. It's fucking hilarious.
You know that fucked up video that poor police officer just walked into his vehicle and he just like BAM! And he just hit the ground. Somebody just hit him. I want to say they hit him probably in the neck. Probably right, not even in the head, but the neck.
Man,
that's awful. He went down. He needed backup.
He wasn't even doing anything.
That had to hurt. That was bad.
Say, man.
People are
that's what I'm saying.
Monsters.
You know, you know what people didn't notice?
Mm-hmm.
During this whole thing, you had a window of freedom, real freedom. I mean, like, I hardly see cops,
Of
you know,
course.
I don't know where they're, but I noticed you had a chance to prove that you could behave. And what'd you do?
And you could live a peaceful life.
This is the problem every time.
Yeah, even though it's a quarantine, you can
Why
live peacefully.
couldn't you just act like you just act fucking natural like you always do and stay cool? You had this small opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
I swear, I saw it.
Yes.
And it's still there. It's closing.
I understand.
But if fucking tanks start rolling, it's because you're acting crazy. You had an opportunity to be free, and you wasted it.
I understand.
Again and again and again. Fuck it, kill them all.
At the start of the pandemic, I understand it was scary for everyone, all of us. However, that didn't mean you had to fly off the rocker and start doing crazy, asinine things. You could have just still lived peacefully, had a little garden or something, go to work, just follow the rules, when you go
I'm telling you.
You shop.
I'm not
work,
worried because I know how to behave. I might be wild, but I'm telling you, that is shit I would never. These rules in life.
And it's funny because then there's people like my father, and he told me when I asked him about it, he said, "Oh no, when I go into any store, I wear a mask and gloves
Even if you're not
just being
with
responsible.
Even if you don't believe it or with it, be respectful of other people and wear the fucking mask. I'll wear the mask if it makes somebody else feel safe and better.
Of course.
I mean, that's the fucking point.
Yes.
I mean, I wear the mask just because, hell, fuck it. If it makes you feel better, Clara, I got it.
But now everyone is like, I'm not sure if the virus is real, but it has to be real because people are dying.
Just wear the fucking mask.
And then they start acting crazy.
Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just believe what I see.
Of course. gosh.
And I wear the mask out of respect for other people.
Wear it.
And you know,
wear it.
hell, I don't know, shit. I'm kind of digging it. I feel like a ninja, you know? I mean, give me a break, man. I always wanted to be
You know
one.
what I feel like? I feel, I know very few people are going to say this, but I feel kind of important when I put the mask on. Like I'm working somehow in a facility, a research facility.
Yeah, like,
I'm in a lab.
I always said, who am I cutting
Yeah.
open today, Doc?
Yeah, I'm in a lab today.
Who needs
I'm
a heart
important.
transplant? I'm here.
I'm important. I don't mean to be smug, but I'm kind of important right now.
Yeah, hey. I'm ready for business.
Oh my god.
Where are we at?
We are at 31:20. You know, I think maybe we could go out with a I don't mean to be greedy, but a nice piano piece perhaps, unless there's anything you want to add. I don't want to unload all of my crazy ideas just in one episode.
No, throw it at me.
Maybe
throw me. I'm batting. You pitch it. Come on.
Yeah.
Pitch it. I'm batting.
I can be rather
I don't give a damn.
not to be stingy, but I can be a little conservative.
Throw it at me.
Here.
I'm ready because I know it's gonna be hot fire.
Okay. Remember when you could literally reach the end of the internet?
We did this.
No, we didn't. We didn't do this in the podcast. I know we've made mention of it.
We did talk about it.
So when you did reach the end of the internet, did you were you disappointed? What did you do after that?
You know, man, I loved the internet and computers back in the day. I hate them now.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember MIRC and doing it, and I got into Linux. I was the end of the internet. I mean, I seen it all, but bro, I was starting my own web pages.
Yeah.
I started creating. When I reached the end, I just started creating more because I said, well, then shit, I gotta make it. But that's sort of what I'm doing now. Is like, what is this thing?
What is this
Let
thing?
me start.
What is
I want to try it. So I started programming and creating web pages. The thing is with that, it takes a special kind of person.
Yes, it does.
Because technology moves so fast. I used to have to buy I used to have to read up like at monthly, weekly. It's so fast paced because it's always changing. And I was like, but I said fuck it. I don't ever want to because I was gonna quit school and go to the place, the internet place. I knew a hacker there. He said ISP. He said get in there and you can program. I was gonna do that. He's gonna get me in there, and that's what I wanted to do for a living. And I lost complete interest one morning, and I decided I wanted to be a poet.
What really?
Because I got high when I got high, and I decided I wanted to become a poet, and I wanted to. And that was around about 14. I mean, I dabbled, but I mean, I just woke up one morning and I didn't want to do it no more, and I wanted to create. I wanted to write. That's 20 years ago, so I'm 37. I remember the day I woke up and decided I wanted to be a poet.
So was there something in that decision that like you thought to yourself, this computer's programming, there's something wrong here? Like maybe this is not for me? Do you think maybe you would have went down a worse path if you had stayed with computers? Maybe? Was there something wrong? Or
I felt like, I don't know.
You just didn't feel as fulfilled in that field?
I don't know. I had a lust for life.
Oh yeah.
Because I grew up when I was a boy. I liked to read books, but I would wander around barefoot and fucking in the woods and chase snakes. And, dude, I just.
You were literally
But-
fucking in the woods, were you?
But
Were you?
just the way I lived, I just
No.
thought so much, and I always watch birds. Like I take a lunch break, I just and I just hear these words. And
You had
sound,
a greater purpose, maybe more of a spiritual
and that wasn't
purpose.
fulfilling it.
Yeah.
It's a mechanical machine, and it just
It didn't have much of a spiritual
I liked
purpose.
it, but it didn't fulfill my heart.
No, because when you go outside,
I felt like I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing.
yeah, you feel more of a spiritual connection when you're outside, when you're out in nature, when you're creating.
You know
yeah,
what?
I would say.
This is kind of.
Stop it! Don't even say it. Don't say it to me. Don't you dare call me names.
No,
I know
this
exactly
is-
what you're going to say. You're going to say I'm a hippie bastard. Mister, I'm not a hippie.
What time
I
have we
know.
got on that?
It's that I already wanted to get to your piano piece that is
Alright,
3631.
we just drug it out a little bit. Alright,
I think
calm down.
we
I'm going to
did.
take you home.
I
I'm gonna
felt
take you home.
good.
Are you buckle your seatbelt?
Where we were at. That was David Graham. By the way, you owe Sanford $32. That might be why he's kind of salty right now.
Tell him to call his mother.